good to be home. It's nice to see this room again and see you guys. So, non-conference was good. Obviously, I've talked to some of the people in the room. I wasn't happy with necessarily the run we had up in Dallas, but I was happy with the response that we had, both in the TCU match and I think since. And I think you saw that this last weekend, and I think for our team it was really nice to get home and play in front of the 12th man. Personally, it was nice to get home and have people cheering for us as opposed to against us. And we're really looking forward to SEC play. And I think it's one of the best conferences in the country right now. It obviously starts off the top 25 matchup. We're going to have a lot of those at Reed Arena and then throughout SEC play as a whole. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Cool. We'll start with Alex over on the left.
Yeah, I know it's been a busy weekend for you guys, but just what's your initial look at Missouri and Vanderbilt and just the uniqueness of Vanderbilt returning to volleyball this season?
Yeah, I'll start with Missouri. Just they're a well-coached volleyball team, and I was just talking to the ESPN folks, and I said this, but when I took the job, some of it was because of what I thought the SEC could be in varsity sport, and I foresaw this year coming when you have 6 teams in the top 25,
right now, yeah,
maybe. And it's one of the best volleyball conferences out there. And for me, it was whoever took that Missouri job had to restore Missouri back to what it had been. And I think Don's done a really good job of that. So I think they're well coached. I think they work hard. I think they play the game in the right way. They serve tough. They pass well. So it's just a battle of fundamentals, in my opinion. And Vanderbilt, well coached also. Anders has been one of the best assistants in the country for a long time. But I think a cool story that their athletic department decided that they saw what was happening in volleyball and decided that they'd restore a program that I think had been extinct for 42 years. I've got my math right, somewhere around there. To be able to bring that back, and I don't know, it's a feat in itself as a head coach to be able to build a team that can go out and compete in the way that they're building right now. And I think he's done a really good job of that and his staff. So looking forward to that challenge as well.
Cool. We'll go front on the right to Travis.
Hey, Jamie, just how ready do you feel like your squad is for conference play, and what do you think y'all were able to build on through non-conference play?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I think one of the things we talked about this last weekend is, and I've said this out in public, I don't think we've played our best volleyball yet. And I think there's still a lot of room for us to improve. And I don't think we've had a match where all the people on the floor are firing at the same time. And we're starting to get there. And I thought that started to happen over the weekend. And you saw that with some pretty insane attacking numbers, hitting in the 400s in some of these matches. And that doesn't happen every day, and that doesn't happen, I don't know, regardless of who you're playing against. That's about execution, and that's one of the things we were pushing this weekend was a sense of urgency and a sense of execution, of making sure we're doing those two things, and I think that's a nice springboard heading into SEC play.
We'll go back behind the lights on the left to Donna.
Coach,
You're on.
You talked about the response that you liked from your players this weekend. Just how important was it not just to get those wins, but to have back-to-back-to-back sweeps?
Yeah. The sweeps are a byproduct. I think for me it was the sense of urgency that we had from 0 to 25 in each of those sets. And I think if you were to go back and look at probably I've called 4 or 5 timeouts, like 3 or 4 of them were just about sense of urgency. It wasn't, hey, I think we're going to lose. It's dipping right now. And the thing I was impressed by is every single time that I did that, they responded in the right way. And I think they understand that as you get into these high-level matches, it can't be like we're going to take one set off and then all of a sudden hopefully come out. It's a grind where you have to be 100% focused on what's in front of you and have a sense of urgency of this point matters for a full 2.5 hours sometimes. And I think we're getting to that point. And I think we learned a little bit from, the way we played against SMU. I think there was a little bit of lack of urgency in the TCU match that we talked about, but I'm really happy with the response that we had over the last week and a half of practice. And then followed by those 3 wins. And again, the sweeps were amazing. They're also amazing for wear and tear, but it was that we played with that sense of urgency for 9 straight sets.
We'll go back to the left, Alex.
Yeah, I saw Margot posted on social media that she's going to be having a medical red shirt this season. Just how tough's that for her? And I know Maddie has most of the time on the court, et cetera, but just what have you seen from Kira and the action that she's had?
Yeah, my heart goes out to Margot. This isn't the first time that something's happened to that knee, and I've been around for all of them, going back to her juniors days. So she's someone that's close to me, and she'll work her butt off to get back. There's no doubt in my mind there. And we were kind of going back and forth on how long she would be out. We knew it would be somewhat, but it turns out it's going to be the season. And I think that's a loss, not just from being able to come in and set a volleyball if Maddie's not playing well, or if we need to put a 6-2 in or something along those lines. But just her ability to serve was a big part of the reason why we went on the run that we went on last year. And I know that's I don't know, not seen as somebody that comes in and plays that 1 point and does it 3 times a set, but it's important. It's one of the most impactful things you can do on the court. So we're going to miss that, but we'll find a way to adjust. And then Kira's getting better and better every single day. And I said it kind of when, I don't know, Margot first went down. I think maybe Maddie went down for like 4 days or something like that. And I'm like, this is the best thing that could have happened right now. That those other two are getting a chance to develop. And the same thing right now. Kira's getting a chance to develop. She's getting a lot of reps in the practice gym. She'll get some on the match court, and she's making the most of it.
We'll stay on the left, full throw to Rob.
Howdy, Coach.
Howdy.
So Wednesday is fish camp night.
Yeah.
What's your message to Aggie freshmen about coming out and supporting you guys?
Yeah, come and see what the environment is like, and hopefully stay for the season is my message. I think that this, I don't know, university is a special and unique place, and I think people stay a part of it because of the experience that they have while they're here. And we made a conscious decision to switch up where the student section is and make sure it's on camera and give our students, I don't know, the spotlight just as much as our players have it. And my hope is that we fill that section up during this match. And then the next hope is that people enjoy themselves so much that they come back for the rest of the season. But I think the student section is something that makes college sports. It's something that makes it unique and special and fun. And I'm looking forward to putting that center stage. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to that student section enjoying themselves to the point where they come back. And then hopefully when they graduate with a degree, come back and support not only football but volleyball as well.